Unfolding tonight, the Texas Department of State Health Services reporting COVID-19 cases in Texas now exceed 200,000. The milestone comes only 17 days after Texas reached 100,000 cases. Governor Greg Abbott joining us now live from Austin to talk about those numbers and the effort to combat COVID-19. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, Governor.
My pleasure. Great to be back.
So, we've seen a lot of headlines repeatedly about record high COVID-19 cases and that you are urging Texans to stay home. But some county judges and mayors across the state are asking you to do more than simply urge and to even reenact the stay at home order or to give them more local control. Any further thought about granting that?
I've thought about it a whole lot. If you look at the either county judges or mayors who are asking for more authority to take action or to really shut things down completely back into lockdown mode that would really force Texans into poverty, I found one thing to be consistent. All of these local officials who are asking to shut Texas back down, they've absolutely refused to enforce the current executive orders that are already in place. What they need to show is action, not absenteeism. They need to show up, enforce the law as it is before they're given any further authority. They ask for more and more, but they do absolutely nothing. Here's the reality. Every single one of these executive orders that have been issued were done based upon the advice of doctors to ensure that if these executive orders were enforced as local authorities have had the ability to do so, it would stop the spread of the coronavirus, especially this most recent order. If local officials enforce the mask order, it will slow the spread of the coronavirus. They just now need to step up and to begin to enforce the orders that are already in place.
Now, talking about economic impact, we've seen significant job losses, a double hit because of COVID-19, depressing oil demand, plus a price war with Saudi Arabia and Russia. According to Baker Hughes data, Texas rig count July 2nd was at 112 this year, but last year on that same day, it was 463, so more than a 75% decline. So how serious is the oil and gas downturn to our state's economy? And do you believe what role, if any, the state government plays in keeping the Texas oil and gas industry in a healthy place?
For one, the downturn, of course, is substantial, both to our economy, but as well as to jobs, the people who need those jobs to earn an income, to pay their bills and to put food on their table. However, it actually dovetails into what we were talking about before, and that is there are some of these county judges and some mayors who are seeking to be even more punitive to our economy and to the working man and woman by trying to take your paycheck away from you. And I'm trying to not let that happen. I just want to make sure that the local officials will enforce the orders that exist, because that is the best way to make sure we stop the spread of the coronavirus, and stopping the spread of the coronavirus is the best way to get our economy back going without shutting jobs down again.
And of course, Governor, we're just coming off the 4th of July weekend. What was your overall assessment of behavior over the 4th of July weekend? And was there any particular areas of concern for you?
So largely, we saw some really good action by people across the state of Texas who were reducing their level of activity, knowing that it was so easy to spread the coronavirus. And we need to wait a couple of days before we can see the data that will surface in the aftermath of the 4th of July to see if we see the same spike that we saw in the aftermath of the Memorial Day holiday.
Comes to ICUs and space available to treat COVID-19 patients in some of the biggest counties, Bexar County, Dallas County, Harris County, Travis County. What is that looking like? I know you often speak with Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx. And then what is our availability for remdesivir in the state of Texas?
So first, for the ICUs, there are other ICU units in other parts of the state of Texas that are actually more challenged. Bexar County is very challenged. Nueces County, the Rio Grande Valley, Midland, Odessa are regions that are most challenged in their ICU units, where the COVID-19 patients represent more than 60% of all the ICU beds. And what we are doing is we are surging people, medical staff into those regions to assist to make sure that those regions will have all the medical resources they need to be able to respond to the growing hospitalizations.
A lot of moms and dads looking forward to this fall potentially when they can send their kids back to school. What's the likelihood of that happening?
First, people need to understand something that was said today by pediatricians. And pediatricians said that students returning to school is in the best mental and social health interest of a child. And so if at all possible, we want to make sure that a child will begin the school year, or at least spend a large part of the school year in a school setting with teachers and students, etc. That said, we're putting public safety first and flexibility second as it concerns education. What I mean by that, and that is we don't want students or parents or teachers to be in a setting where COVID-19 could be spreading, compromising the health of any of them or all of them. As a result, we will remain flexible, ensuring that the type of education environment will be provided to make sure we achieve that health, and that would include online learning like what we concluded the last school year with.
Governor, unfortunately, that's all the time we have with you today. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, and y'all be safe.